All right, welcome to Matthew 17. It is very small. It's just those two. All right, let's get into it. The Transfiguration. And after 6 days, Jesus took with him Peter and James and John, his brother, and led them up on a high mountain by themselves. And he was transfigured before them, and his face shone like the sun, and his clothes became white as light. And behold, there appeared to them Moses and Elijah, talking with him. And Peter said to Jesus, Lord, is it good that we are here? If you wish, I will make 3 tents here, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. And he was still speaking, when behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them. And a voice from the cloud said, This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased. Listen to him. When the disciples heard this, they fell on their faces and were terrified. But Jesus came and touched them, saying, Rise, and have no fear. And when they lifted up their eyes, they saw no one but Jesus only. And as they were coming down from the mountain, Jesus commanded them, Tell no one of the vision until the Son of Man is raised from the dead. And the disciples asked him, Then why do the scribes say the first Elijah must come? And he answered, Elijah does come, and he will restore all things. But I tell you that Elijah has already come, and they do not recognize him, but did to him whatever they pleased. So also the Son of Man will certainly suffer at their hands. Then the disciples understood that he was speaking to them of John the Baptist. All right, let's get into this. So, the description of Jesus, it says that his face shone like the sun, his clothes became white, and then he was talking with Moses and Elijah. Now, these are two prominent figures in the Old Testament, and Elijah did not die. He was taken up into heaven. And some believe that Moses did not die, which here it could be confirmed, or Moses was raised from the dead, or maybe in spirit, or look more into the book of Jude. So then a cloud appears, and God spoke, confirming Jesus is his son. And it's similar to when Jesus was baptized. Now, the disciples are like, well, why do the Pharisees say Elijah is supposed to come? And Jesus replies, he did come. It's just the Pharisees didn't notice. And then they realized that he was talking about John the Baptist. John the Baptist is symbolic for Elijah. Jesus heals a boy with a demon. And when they came to the crowd, a man came up to him and kneeling before him said, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he has seizures and he suffers terribly. For often he falls into the fire and often into the water. And I brought him your disciples, and they could not heal him. And Jesus answered, O faithless and twisted generation, how long am I to be with you? How long am I to bear with you? Bring him here to me. And Jesus rebuked the demon, and it came out of him. And the boy was healed instantly. Then the disciples came to Jesus privately and said, Why could we not cast it out? And he said to them, Because of your little faith. For truly I say to you, if you have the faith like a grain of mustard seed, you will say to a mountain, Move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. So the demon pushes the boy into fire and causes him to have seizures and pushes him into water. And the man says that the disciples can't cast him out. And now Jesus, he's like, What's wrong with you guys? When he said to the disciples, he's like, How long do I have to be with you? Because the disciples did not have enough faith to cast out the demon. So Jesus says, What? I've been with you this whole time, and you still don't have enough faith? And then Jesus, here, verse 20 says, Because of your little faith, for truly I say to you, if you have faith like a grain of mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, Move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. So Jesus is saying, even if you have the tiniest amount of faith, you can move mountains. All right. Jesus again foretells his death, resurrection. As they were gathering in Galilee, Jesus said to them, The Son of Man is about to be delivered into the hands of men, and they will kill him, and he will be raised on the third day. And they were greatly distressed. The temple tax. When they came to Capernaum, the collectors of the 2 drachma tax went up to Peter and said, Does your teacher not pay the tax? He said, Yes. And when he came to the house, Jesus spoke to him first, saying, What do you think, Simon? From whom do kings of the earth take toll or tax? From their sons or from others? And he said to them, From others. And Jesus said to them, Then the sons are free. However, do not give offense to them. Go to the sea and cast a hook and take the first fish that comes up. And when you open its mouth, you will find a shekel. Take that and give it to them for me and for yourself. So, what is the 2 drachma tax? Now, what that is in the Old Testament, every person above the age of 20 was supposed to pay money to support the tabernacle, which is where God came down, where God would often meet with people. It's this very holy place that they would pay for and build. And the man here is like, does Jesus pay that? And Peter's, no. So Peter goes back, and Jesus tells him, pretty much, because Jesus says, "What do you think, Simon? From whom do kings of the earth take toll or tax? From their sons or from others?" And when he said this, from others, that's what Peter said. So Jesus said to them, "Then the sons are free. However, to not offend them, go to the sea and cast a hook, and take the first fish that comes up. And when you open its mouth, you will find a shekel." So Jesus tells Peter, go fish, and the first fish that you get, take the shekel out of the mouth and pay for both of us. So that is the end. It's very short. Thank you all for watching. Remember, I have a Discord server. I'll be happy if you join it. Subscribe, and goodbye.